Okay, like I said, I was going on a road trip down to North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. The engine out of the Ford haul truck is going to North Carolina. Those tires and wheels are going to South Carolina. Then I got to pop over to Tennessee and pick up a car for a guy. So there it is. It's on the trailer, ready to go. This is Sunday. I'm going to be leaving late Sunday night. I've got to be in North Carolina at 8 o'clock. So there it is. Okay, I've already put a clip in about the trailer being loaded with the stuff that's going on the road trip. I had talked about that in previous videos of me taking the engine and having to haul some stuff from the Carolinas, Tennessee area. What you're going to see now is a clip of me driving and talking about my unloading the engine and dropping off the wheels to somebody else in South Carolina. It's just kind of, I should know by now that you talk to people and get one image of them on the telephone, and when you meet them, it turns out to be an entirely different situation or personality that's in reality from what you thought about when you talk to them on the telephone. So let's cut into that, and I'll come back and bring you some other things too. I'm in South Carolina right now, headed towards Tennessee on a Route 25, but hopefully you can see off in the distance we got some mountains coming up. I didn't shoot any footage of me unloading the motor. It was, I thought the guy had a forklift truck. Well, it turned out to be, let me just throw this clip in here. What the guy had told me, he had sent me a link to this place, and what it was is a Google link, and it was a picture, a road picture of this place. And to me, it appeared to be like a shop, a warehouse. There looked to be a window and an office area in one end, and then the shop in the back, and it was up on a hill. You couldn't see behind it. What it turned out to be in reality, once I got there, was a storage facility, and that facade on the front that looked like a shop or warehouse to me was actually the back side of the storage units, and there was a small office on the side, and I never couldn't see that from the picture. Now afterwards it went to a Google map when I clicked on it again, and I could never get that picture back, but it threw me off terribly. It was just a storage facility, and you know those storage facilities, they're not designed to get long vehicles into. They're kind of tight and narrow, and it was up on a hill, and it was gated at the bottom. So let's continue on from there. It was at one of them storage facilities, and I couldn't even get the trailer up in there. I had to park out on the road, so that and he brought an engine hoist down and unloaded it with that. It was a cluster. Yeah, I mean, it really was. You know, you talk to somebody on the telephone and you get this opinion of them. I thought this guy was really into rebuilding cars, and it turns out that I think he just flips them. You know, he has somebody else do the work on them. He lives in a motor home, in a camping grounds. I don't know. He said, well, he said he sold his house and moved in he's got an Airstream trailer, and he moved into a campgrounds, and him and his wife live in the trailer. I don't know what was going on, but it was kind of a cluster, really. And then, you know, I pull up, I kind of gotten warned not to pull into the place, and where I dropped the wheels off, and I pull up. He says you can park in the middle of the road, because there was one of them turning lane type of situations, or yellowed off area in the middle of the road. So I pulled up in the middle of the road. The guy says, oh, I'm not gonna go out there and unload the tires out in the road. He says, pull in here, you can get out. And I pull in, and the way that he wanted me to get out, I couldn't get out. So I ended up having to maneuver, back the trailer up in between some cars. It was an auto repair shop. Had to back it up in an alleyway between cars and maneuver it so that I could get back out the way that I went in. It was just another cluster. I mean, it didn't, once I got the tires unloaded, it really, once I realized that I couldn't make that turnaround, he wanted me to go out through somebody else's lot, but I couldn't do it. The trailer was just too long, and the trailer would have hit a car sitting at the corner of where the turn is made. So I had to back up, back down in front of the other guy's shop, and then square the thing back up again, and kind of maneuver the trailer at an angle down an alleyway. So I had to make a right-hand turn with the trailer, maneuver it down an alleyway, and kind of blindsided because there was cars in the way. I couldn't see around the corner, and got it in that way. But yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I kind of bitch about it because I should have never listened to the guy. You know, the guy that bought the tires told me, don't pull your trailer in there, you know. Well, he told the guy that shipped him the tires that. He says, don't have him pull the trailer in there because you might not get back out again. And yeah, he was right. I should have never listened to the guy that owned that shop. You live and learn. But anyways, I got out all right. Unloaded the tires. The guy gave me the money, and I unloaded the tires, and squared my stuff up, got the chains and straps put away, and then programmed in this place in Tennessee that I gotta go to. But I'll bring you back. We're in a valley, so you're not going to see much of anything except the road. I'm not sure if that just recorded that. I hit the button and I wasn't really paying attention to see if the red light was flashing, but just passed a sign a little while back. It said Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Now, whether we're in the park or the park is off to the side, I'm not really sure. But speed limit is way down, real windy road. 40, I think this is Route 40 east, I'm sorry, west. Yeah, Route 40 west. When you come up on a little crown like that, you can see over the top of the trees, the mountains in the background now. I'm not sure if this camera will pick it up because it's got a wide angle lens on it, and you're not able to see in the video what I'm able to see with my eyes, so hopefully you can get a little bit of it. Okay, the next funny little thing is that when I got to Tennessee, my GPS, I've got to set up for a truck because my truck and trailer are pretty long, and you don't want to get down like dead end streets or residential streets that you might not be able to get out of with a long vehicle. So I've got to set up for that. So my GPS was telling me to turn off the main road, or left off of this main road, the road curve to the right, and then take the first left-hand turn. And I'm thinking, I did that, and I turned, and there was no left-hand turn. There was driveways, and I got down to the next road, which was a dead-end road, and it wasn't that road that I was supposed to be turning down. And it was kind of wide in that one spot, so I parked there and called the guy and says, listen, I'm not sure where I am. And he says, oh, I know where you are. Let me drive down, and you can follow me back. And he meets me, we go back, and he turns up a road that I assumed was a driveway. I mean, I've seen residential driveways wider than this thing was, and it only goes to show you, I kind of take for granted roads. You have roads around my place where you can get a snowplow up and down it. It's pretty wide, and this thing didn't look like a road at all. It looked like a driveway to me that went up the side of a hill. But anyways, I'm going to show you a clip of me coming back down that thing and me kind of talking about my stupidity. I should have listened to the GPS, but then again, GPSs aren't always right, and I sure as heck didn't want to end up going up somebody's driveway because the GPS was wrong. But it's kind of funny. I'm going to show you this road that I came up on. Now I've got the trailer, and I've got the car on the trailer. If you can see it in the rearview mirror. But I had to turn around up here in a field. Turn right. And I really thought I was going to get stuck. But anyways, here we are, Tennessee, leaving. I'll bring you back. This is a tailgate off of a landscaping trailer. I've got a friend, a guy that's in this complex also, that's a landscaper. He's got a landscaping trailer. He had bought a new Kubota tractor, a smaller tractor, but one that has a backhoe attachment and a loader on it. And this smaller trailer, single axle trailer, is the only trailer that he had empty at the time to go pick it up. So he drove it up on here onto the trailer using the ramp, and these are the original spacers, those three black pieces in there, and it bent the expanded metal down. It was this side. The expanded metal was pushed down all the way through and sticking down underneath here. So what I had to do is straighten the back out. First of all, I had to bend this expanded metal up so that I could pound it up past the tube steel to get it back up here. And then I had to flatten it out. And what I did is welded these two. The only thing that I had available was 1 1/4" angle iron, enough of it that I could make 2 braces out of. So what I did is welded 2 pieces back to back on each side so that there would be better support instead of being, I think that might be 3/16 angle iron, so that you would have 3/8 of an inch in there of cross support. And then I put it in there and just tack welded the expanded metal back to it. But I just kind of wanted to show it to you. I'm just going to throw, I got some black paint there, just going to throw a coat of black paint on it for them, and then it'll be out of the shop. I'll show it to you after I'm done throwing the paint on it. Okay, so this is that gate, and it's back on the trailer again. I just put another coat of paint on it. I'm gonna have to let him know because it's painted now and it's not that powder coat, so he's gonna have to keep on top of it to keep it up, keep it from rusting. So, but anyways, there it is, back on the trailer. Probably not gonna be able to. I'll just shoot it at a small angle over here because the sun's gonna be shining in it. Anyways, that's it. I'm not going to make a big deal out of this, but I want to show you something. This is the inside of my MIG welder, and while I was gone on the road trip, my grandson was using the welder and ran out of wire. So when I got back, he says, you got to go down and buy some more wire. Now I buy wire in 44-pound spools of it. That happens to be 035, and that's not the issue. When I went to purchase the wire, I'm going to show you the receipt. The first line item is for the wire. It was $77. Guy says to me, I'm going to give you a deal on it because of the tariff. And I says, what tariff? And he says, oh, we have to impose a tariff surcharge on the wire because it was imported from Italy. And I'm thinking, what is this? And it's $11. $11 tariff surcharge on a $77 item imported from Italy. And I don't have an issue with tariffing stuff from China. I don't have an issue actually with tariffing anything if the tariff was actually going to go to help the infrastructure, rebuild the infrastructure of making this stuff in the United States. But that's probably, you know, that's probably not where that tariff is going. That tariff is going to further expand the bureaucracy of the government and to help impose that tariff and line some politicians' pockets. I don't have a issue with tariffing stuff made in China, like I said. I have an issue with tariffing stuff that is made in Canada or Germany or Italy. In this case, the wire was made in Italy. I wouldn't even have an issue with the tariff itself in those countries if it went to developing the infrastructure to bring it back to the United States. But you know that that's not where it's going. And I just wanted to show you that. So that's it for this shop update. I'll bring you back when I get further stuff.